Cheers. Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So this is Melissa, my roommate. You guys have met her before. She was in my Harry Styles reaction video for the watermelon sugar video. Today we're gonna take a trip down memory lane and talk about some high school stories. This originally was gonna be like a vent session, and then we just started thinking about all these really funny, crazy ex-boyfriend stories that we could tell, mainly her.
Bless you.
My dog is having allergy attacks every 5 minutes, so just bear with us. It is 75 degrees in our house and it feels like it's 90. But yeah, I really don't know what I'm gonna talk about, even though this is my channel. You take the driver's seat.
Just like from the beginning, just random number starts texting him. Is just like,
what, y'all are like 2 years in at this point?
Yeah, this was in 2017. Essentially, like, not really harassing, but like trying to get at him, and was like, oh, whatever, like, you need to leave her, talking about me, saying he needed to leave me, and like the relationship wasn't any good. So he sends me these screenshots, and of course I'm like, what the fuck? So I start texting the number, and I was like, who are you? Like, what do you want? Why are you in my boyfriend's phone? Whatever. Why are you texting him? And then they just started on me, and they're like, he's just with you because he sees the potential in you. He sees that in everybody. He's gonna find out soon enough that you're not where it's at, and he can do so much better, and you treat him like shit. Like, completely bashing my name and just completely like tearing me down like brick by. I was literally to the point of tears at so many different times. This happened over like a period of 6 months. It was just like, he would get a text, send me a screenshot, and then I would start texting the number. I think there was only a couple of times the number like texted me first or something. There was one time they had texted him while he was at school, and was like, oh, I like the shirt you're wearing, you look so good, and all this. And he like sent me a screenshot, and he was like, baby, I'm scared. And I, like, at this point, I'm just pissed. I'm just like, why is this person like straight up harassing us and like not leaving either of us alone? It got to the point where I was like asking, hey, like just give me hints of who you are. What's your hair color? Where do you go to school? How old are you? Where'd you go to high school? And
As if they would actually tell you.
Exactly. And they were like, oh, like, I'm blonde, I'm 20, and I go to Eastfield. And I was like, that literally fits me. Zero description whatsoever. Like, that fits nobody that we know. We sat down with his parents, his mom specifically, I remember. We sat down with her on his back porch, and we were telling her what was going on, and she was just like, y'all need to tell this bitch to leave you alone and all this. Like, she was just like genuinely like just as confused as we were. And I think we had mentioned something about trying to like track the number or have the number traced or something. At this point in time, the thought of somebody using a messaging app never once crossed my mind. Like, that's the thing. We would talk to it.
I kept getting so like she would talk about it every single day at school, to where the point where I'd be like, bro, like, do you think it's me? Like, she was just talking to everybody about it.
Dude, there were 2 other people we talked to about it. That's what I'm saying. Like, all of our friends were involved, his parents were involved, like, everybody knew about this happening. I remember one of the last texts we got was, they had texted him, and then they had texted me like, can I please talk to you? I really need to talk to you. And I was like, no. And every single time I would tell him, just block the number, just block the number. It took everything in me the few times that I didn't text the number to not text them. And like, we just tried to block the number. And I think at that point is when like it was like the same 469 or 214 number, but like different like
end numbers.
I know, I remember this one specific time we were kind of on the out. We had decided to like not talk to each other anymore. And I was like, hey, like, can I come over? Can I hang out with you? And I think he was like, yeah, if you want, and just made it obvious like he wasn't really down with it. So I was like, you know what, never mind, like, it's not a good idea, I'm sorry for asking. So I go to the gym, and I'm doing this training session that I paid money for, and I'm like training, and he sends me a text of a screenshot, and it's one of my nudes, but it's a nude that I knew for a solid fact that I had only sent to him and like 3 of my closest girlfriends. I was just like, I just knew from the jump. I was like, I'm not even gonna sit here and question myself, because I know for a fact that I only sent that to you. And I told him
that number had texted him that nude?
Yes. Okay. So he sent me a screenshot of the text he received. And I think the text below the screenshot was like, does this look familiar? So I called him and I was like, I'm on my way. I straight up got up from my training session and was like, I have to go, and left. And the same thing happened whenever.
Were you training somebody?
No, somebody was training me.
Oh shit.
When I was working there, we got like a discount or whatever. But there'd been a time too where like I was supposed to go into work and I called my manager and I was like, I'm gonna be late. Like I'm not coming in right now. Or maybe that same time I had gone in and I like had a mental breakdown in the locker room and she was like, leave. And I was like, bet. And went straight to his house and argued with him some more. Just like get it out of the way. But he knew if something were to come up, I would be there in a heartbeat. So I tried to call the number and nobody answered. It rang, nobody answered. So I called him, I'm like, I'm on my way.
Excuse me.
So I try and call the number again, straight like flatline, out of service, like within maybe 2 minutes, maybe, not even. So I get to his house, we're sitting on the back porch and I'm just like, yeah, no, like I tried to call the number again and it just went straight to voicemail. Like that's really weird. They must have, and at this point, I had like, I don't remember what exactly made me realize, but I was like, it has to be a fake, somebody has to be using a fake number. So I like literally word for word, I remember saying like, they must have deleted the app, and like looked at him because he's sitting next to me, looked at him like that. And like, we had this really bad, like bratty banter we would always do of like trying to be like discreet or like cute and innocent and like very bad situations. And that's what he did. He was just kind of like, but I called him by his full name and I was like, that's not funny, it's not cute, why would you do that? Whenever a dog is in trouble and like they like put their head down but they're still looking at you,
that makes sense.
That's essentially like the same shit he did. Like he's just kind of looking away and like it was very obvious that he knew exactly what I was talking about, and like he had created this himself. He was like, well, I wanted you to come over and you asked to come over and then you said no, and like I wanted you to come over, I wanted to see you. And I was like, so ask me to come over. Like what? Like bottom of the line, he had been the one to send that screenshot to himself just to get me to come to his house and talk.
Okay, never understood that. I've heard this story probably 14 times and I've never understood that part.
So he did that, whatever, and so we're sitting there and I was like, okay, so I guess we know who our gossip girl is. And he was like, oh no, like got super serious, super like no, like I still don't know who that was. I would never do that. That's so crazy, whatever. I was like, okay, like I dropped it. I was like, okay, no, like I get it. Like that is crazy. I really wouldn't expect that of you.
So like two different situations.
Right. Okay. And so like some time passes, whatever. I really don't remember how much time had passed, but essentially like I had dropped it. Like it was just something we'd joke about. We'd bring up and be like, yeah, no, like, do you remember that person that was like texting us? Like we still don't know who it is, but they stopped texting us, whatever, And don't remember what the occasion was, if there was one, but we were just at my house. We were all drinking, hanging out. Don't remember what brought it up.
How long was this after?
I don't remember.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember.
From that time, from him sending him that nude to himself, you don't remember how long it took for this to happen?
No.
At least probably like 6 months.
No, I don't think it was that long.
A few months.
It was 2 or 3 maybe. Because
Okay.
all I remember is I know for a fact I had my cat because of like what had happened later that night. But we got on the topic or something happened for it to come up, but we ended up like coming out of the garage and just standing in the driveway together, and I was like, okay, like you can tell me, like I won't get mad.
How did it get brought up this night?
I literally just said I don't know.
Oh.
And I was like, just like, you can tell me, like just tell me, I won't be mad, I swear. Like it's funny at this point, I just want to know. First words that come out of his mouth was, let me tell you why. And I was like, leave.
Don't.
Get out of my house. Like, don't come back. Don't call me. Don't text me. Whatever. Leave. Like,
That's nuts.
6 months of this person just texting back and forth, basically fucking saying I'm a piece of shit and like I'm not good enough for him. He deserves so much better and all this. Like, every single thing that was texted was him texting it.
If you haven't gotten that yet.
Still stayed with him after that for I think like another year, because we've only been broken up for like a year. I remember telling the 2 people that we had like sat and actually talked to about it, I was like, yeah, it was him. And they were like, you know what? Like I knew that. Like I swore up and down I thought it was him.
I think I was one of those people. I think
there was at least 3 people.
I think that was definitely
was
one
like,
of those people.
It's gotta be him. It had crossed my mind I think maybe once or twice But I think I was just so blinded by everything that I was like, no, there's literally no way it was him. Like, there's no way.
Like, he would never do that to me type shit, but like, he actually did.
I was like, there's no way. But I didn't
insane.
put two and two together that we would never get these text messages while we were together. Not once did we ever get one of those messages while we were together.
True.
We were
It was always while
always
you were apart.
separated. He was at school or he was even at home, but we just weren't together.
All right, so that was her story, good and long. We've been
to-
filming for about 25 minutes. She could say more, and that's the crazy thing. You could say so much more. So much more. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell my story. It's definitely not as crazy, definitely not as long, just kind of fucked up and makes me look kind of bad, really bad. So in high school, senior year. So me and two other girls that we were all friends with, like best of friends.
Who?
Why'd you shrug your shoulder? We were close at the time.
Yeah, me, you, and one other person.
Okay. So we were all pretty close, and there was, it's been so long, I couldn't tell you what made us do this, what made it cross our mind to like make this certain thing. Me and these two other friends that we both shared in the same friend group decided that it would be funny, humorous, up to not create specifically a group chat for one reason, but it turned into one reason, if that makes sense.
The name of the group chat was the shit emoji.
Was it?
And talk, yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that part.
So yeah, we made a group chat on Twitter
To talk shit.
about
me
her
and my relationship.
and that relationship. Oh, that's so up.
Well
But, like,
deserved.
it was, bro. I'm
Sorry.
it took so long to feed you off of him, which is fine. It happens to everybody. But anyways, so yeah, there was this group chat on Twitter, and basically we would just like share tweets with each other, and it was her tweets or his tweets about their relationship. Like, say she posted like a tweet your face.
Oh, there was one post that
you're gonna remember more than I do, probably.
I had like posted a couple of pictures of me and my ex, and I was just like being really sweet, saying all these really sweet things, and then like I kind of made it a thread of like different pictures and like different sweet things, and they were like, she could have stopped after the first one, like who tweets like this, and like different shit like that.
Oh, that's awful. And then
We live together now. It wasn't detrimental to our friendship. Although whenever it came time to apologize, I don't remember how you found out or how I found out that you knew, but I'm pretty sure that I thought someone snitched first, because like I couldn't figure it out. I was like, how the would you figure this out?
At first, like, I just wasn't talking. Like, I was straight up ignoring her. She would ask me a question or text me or something, like, talk to me in class, like, straight up ignore.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I knew before you came to class.
I think, yeah, because how I found out was she didn't have a phone or she wasn't using it or something. I'd let her borrow my iPad or something, and she never logged out of her Twitter. And I wasn't just, like, being nosy to be nosy. She had, like, got a notification, so I was like, okay, like, maybe I should look.
Maybe I should look.
No,
wait, wasn't it Blank who saw a notification pop up and he was like, hey, come look at this?
No. Like,
Oh.
I just realized you were still logged into your Twitter on my iPad, and I was just like, okay, like, I'm just gonna go, like, look at her
Invade my
DMs.
privacy. No, I'm just kidding.
And again, like, it's not like I was looking for her to be talking shit about me or anything, but I was just like, I'm just gonna scroll.
You just
And
so happened to find it.
I saw the group message, and I saw who was in it, and I was like,
okay.
so I was scrolling through it, went all the way up to the top of the messages, and just started screenshotting every single one of them, every single one of them, every single one of them. And I think I either showed my ex or I sent it to him or something, but I was just like,
I thought he was there.
I don't remember, but I was just like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? And I think I had tweeted something that was either like something in regards to like being fake friends or...
And I'm pretty sure that's how I knew that you knew. One of those girls was actually living with me at the time, and I'm pretty sure that like we just came into each other's rooms and was like, hey, look at this. I remember there being a solid moment where me and this other person were like, well, like there's nothing we can do. Like, it's not that we weren't owning up to it. God, I wish I could, my phone's broken, otherwise I would go to my camera roll. I have a screenshot and it's like a picture of her. It's like selfie of her, and she was like, never knew nobody talked shit before.
I remember that. Why do I remember that?
And then there's another one I have of her like laughing, and she goes, me unbothered. That's so fucked up, but I held onto it for years because her face just looks so funny in it. Oh my god, this makes me sound like an awful friend, but I swear to God, that's probably the worst thing I've done.
They
thus far.
apologized. I don't even think I got an apology from the third person. But she had texted me and like apologized.
I remember where me and were sitting in my house whenever we were like, all right, bro, we gotta text her. Like, it's been a week. She hasn't came to chemistry in 4 days.
Really?
You skipped chemistry like at least twice.
No, it was forensics.
Oh yeah, forensics, sorry, same teacher. You skipped at least twice because me, you know, at the same table, and I remember the first day back at class where we knew that you knew, you didn't come. And I was like, bro, she's not coming, that's insane. Like, she's not coming to class over this, like that. And I remember exactly where me and were sitting in my house, whenever we were like, all right, it's time to text her. She was sitting at my dining room table in my kitchen, and I was sitting on the couch, and it was in this, it's in like a super open living room, so we could just like see each other, and we were like reading each other's texts back and forth. I actually think that she wrote hers out first, and I was like, that sounds great, can I use some of that?
Yeah, they were essentially the same message, so I was just like,
I think you
What?
accepted it though.
Yeah.
Because we had softball too. That's the thing. Me and her played softball together in high school, and we were on the same team, obviously. And we rode together to school every single day and rode home together every single day. I'm sorry if I literally sound like the worst person in the world. Is that all we have? Like, is that all we could think of is those two stories? I mean, they're both pretty juicy. So I have plenty of story times coming up. I definitely want to talk about things as far as like growing up wise, like shit that I went through. One time I filmed a story time about what it was like growing up with divorced parents, and it was way too vulnerable for me to put on the internet. I like rewatched the footage and I was like, yeah, no, there's no way I would share this with people right now.
like throughout this entire video, I've been like in the back of my mind, like, what if he sees this? What if his girlfriend sees this? Like, what, like, I constantly think about what he's already told other people about our relationship that just hasn't been true. And like, I know I shouldn't worry about those things, but like, that's just what's on the back of my mind. And like,
Yeah.
obviously, like, this is supposed to just be like a funsy little, like, let me
time.
tell you about my crazy experience, because
Yeah.
it was a crazy experience. But like, I
At
know
the end of the day, like, real people are
Exactly.
dealing with these real
and
situations.
I know firsthand. I have
Maybe not like the
friends.
exact situation, but obviously like emotional, verbal, mental abuse from their significant other, girl or boy. Like, either way, could go both ways. Obviously, in this situation, it was male towards female. If you're dealing with anything in this kind of spectrum, talk to someone about it. Obviously, it's not that easy, but definitely something serious that people don't talk about enough, I feel like.
I mean, all I'm gonna say is verbal and mental abuse and emotional abuse can be just as traumatizing and damaging to, like, psychologically, in psychological terms, it's like proven to be just as detrimental as physical domestic
Abuse.
violence.
Yeah.
I'm still, to this day, a year later, year and a half later, however long it's been, working and trying to forgive this person for everything that's happened, so I can let go of it.
And not letting those experiences affect like your trust
Right.
issues, not issues, but your trust ability.
But like being able to move into a new relationship.
Oh, Zeke looks so cute. All right, guys, Melissa left me. Oh, sorry, Zeke. Melissa's not in the video anymore. It's fine, but thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Oh my God, don't forget to go vote. I went and voted today. This is my sticker. It's right here. This is my proof. Yeah, don't forget to go vote. Your vote matters. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below whatever you want to see from me in the future. I have so many ideas, but I literally don't know my audience. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll do it. I'll do anything. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.